Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Dungeon and Puzzles. Since last time, I've spent a lot of time off camera looking back at some of the puzzles that we've left behind. So let's take a look at them one by one. Puzzle 120. This one has what is to me a very surprising solution. So, I did something very similar to this before. Which is getting this guy up here. But then I did a complicated dance in order to get the right spider somewhere. And yeah, I don't remember what I'd done in my previous solution. Actually, let's replay it really quick because that is available to us. So if I say replay, here's what I previously had. So that part's the same. But then this part, I killed the top spider, did a dance around in order to pull out the big spider, killed him, and then had to do a little bit more dancing in order to kill the top spider. So that was my prior solution. So I came up with something crazy, and it's actually really good. So it starts out the same. All of that bit is the same. And this bit is the same. But now here's where it gets different. So I'm going to park the other spider up here up top. And then after that, I'm going to pull the big spider out. And then here's the really crazy move. I'm going to knock him right back in. But now I'm standing in between these two spiders, which means I can kill this one and then drag this one over. And then go ahead and walk around him to kill him. Then go pull this guy out. And that will leave me in the perfect position when I kill him to walk out the door under par, 35 out of 36. So that was much improved over what I previously had. So yeah, the insight, I guess once I had put the spider in the upper right, the idea of pulling the big spider out and then knocking him right back in, just so I could get in between the two spiders, was kind of the key insight there to save me some moves. Puzzle 121. Let's take a look once again at a replay of what I'd done before. Right. So I had done this little walk around and then killed these spiders and pulled the big table over to the left. And I think my new solution is now completely different. So let's go ahead and restart and let me read my notes. So I do want the left table going up. But then it goes very different. So I'm going to move the right table up. And the slime 2 squares to the left. And that's just to give me a place to go walking. Then I want to move the left table to the right. And I'm going to go all the way around the top. So now I can go kill a slime. And then I can go kill the spiders. And then I can pull the table over. And just like that, we've done it in par. All right. So that is another par score gotten. Then there was 123, where, I mean, I guess since we're doing it, let's just go ahead and quickly show the replay of what I'd done before. It was a giant mess. I was just happy to get something done. Oh, I did pull the right table down on that one. I didn't remember if I had done that before. Pulling the right table down, I think, does end up being like one of the key-ish moves. But yeah, this one was way over par. It was so hard to get these last two guys, the blue guy and the orange guy, killed. And then also be able to get out the door, because it also involves being able to push against some furniture at the end. Okay, so it was a giant mess. So let's see how we can improve upon that. So in this one, I need to move this table to the right, then move it down. And then the top table is going to move to the right, the one with the spear rack, twice. And then this one's going to move down twice. And then I can start pulling this ogre dude down and go ahead and bop him to the right. And then that's going to give me access to kill the big dudes. So I can drag, 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 drag in order to kill both of those guys. Then it's time to start working on this guy. So he needs to be pulled up. Then I need to walk over here and pull this table to the left, because that gives me a great opportunity to go ahead and bop you and get this kill. Then after that, what am I doing? I need to push this back to the right, according to my notes, which I don't see why I'm doing that right now, but let's imagine that there's a good reason. And then, oh, the reason is, right, of course, because I need to pull this guy right 3 squares, and so I needed the table moved over to the right in order to do that, of course. And then the top table needs to go all the way up against the top, so I'll be able to eventually reach the exit door. And then the bottom table, I can just bop so that I can get below this guy to kill him. And then I can walk out the door in par. 50 out of 50. Hooray! Alright. Everything's coming up Millhouse. And then finally, this puzzle. I'd gotten just +1. We were so close. Let's watch my replay, and then we'll see the key move of what I need to do differently. So I'd optimized this part. It got me through the teleporter in 15 steps. And then I couldn't figure out any clever ways to do this portion any faster. Had to do this long dance. We go and pick up the bow. We come back around. We shoot this guy in order to go back to the teleporter, and it just leaves us 1 move short. And so, let's take a look at what I discovered that I can do. I think I just remembered this one. And so, I need to bop this. I need to go pick this up and bop this. Then I need to drag this guy up. Oops. What did I do wrong? I needed to drag this over, then drag this guy up. And is this still getting me in the teleporter in 15? Yes. Okay. So that's all the same. Then we need to drag the spider down, as we did before. And go ahead and kill the spider. And oops, I forgot to, hold on. When I was here, I should have dragged the shelf over, just like we did before. Kill the spider, just like we did before. Drag this guy over, just like we did before. But now here's the key move. Are you ready? You're not ready. We're going to bop against the bow. Drag the bow upwards. Then pick it up. Bop this guy to the right. And shoot him. And that's faster than walking all the way around the top and shooting him from the other side. And as a result, by being 1 move faster, we are going to get to the exit in the par time of 41. Yes! It is done. All right. So 4 previously unoptimized puzzles have now been optimized. That is great. Finally, I took a look at this puzzle. I still haven't solved it in par, but I have a better grip on what it is we're trying to do in this puzzle. So, first thing we need to do is get the table out. And so I'm pretty sure I needed to move the stool all the way to here. Oops. And then I just want to walk down here and drag the table up. Then I need to drag the stool over so that I can walk down here and drag the table over. Then I need to bop the stool over so that I can walk down here, bop the stool again, bop the table. But then I need the stool in the left-hand column, which means I need to pull it to here. And then I need to pull the stool down. I think that's what I need to do next. Which means I would need to do this. And at some point, I don't remember when, I need to deal with that guy, but let's not worry about him right now. The guy to the right of me. So I need to pull this guy out somehow eventually. So I think what I need to do is this. And then I need to get the stool down here. And actually, I think it's faster for me just to go bopping the stool down here. And then with the stool over here, and do I want it all the way in the corner? No, I think I just want it here. I can start bopping you to the north. Yeah, you're in your northernmost point. Yeah, and now is a good opportunity to pull this guy over. So then I can bop you to death. Go ahead and kill this guy while I'm thinking about it. And then finally this guy I can pull out, bop him to the north. Let's just do kind of like naive kind of solution here. I think this is going to come up a little bit short. But then if I drag, 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 drag... Oh! That actually worked. I'd done something similar-ish to this before, and was a little bit over the par score. But that ended up working. All right. I didn't have any notes on that one. That was just kind of like in my head. I kind of roughly knew what I did. All right. So that is 5 crowns that we didn't previously have. And we're only like halfway through the episode. All right, let's take a look at Secret 14. What do we got? A par of 55. It's weird that there's like these 3 outside sections that aren't actually part of the puzzle. So what is part of the puzzle? There's some spikes where we have to kill guys. We're going to have to bop them onto it. All right. And we've got a shield, we've got gloves, and we got some furniture in the way. Okay. Let's imagine... I see. If I want to drag this guy down, which I will eventually need to do, then that seems to carry the implication that at some point I'm bopping this guy out so that I can get out here. However, that also leaves me in kind of an uncomfortable position. Because where am I going from here? Like, unless I want to bop this guy further south, that doesn't seem like that's going to be very good. Eventually, like, you need to be not here so I can pull the table out to get to the blue guy. So maybe you, like, I'm just trying to imagine anything that does anything. I do not have a lot of mobility here. Yeah, I can't figure out how to get anywhere. Suppose I pulled you to the left? Does that do anything for me? It does enable me to then bop you further to the left, which lets me get here, and that's not useful. And if I'm south of you, that is a way that I could get to possibly being able to pull on this table, except for the green guy's currently in the way. I could pull the green guy up like this and go ahead and kill you, maybe? Actually, with the green guy there, I could get him out of the way and start pulling this table out. Oh, there's so many bad things. I think that top left table maybe is going to need to like pull out to the other side or something in order to do all this. That actually seems pretty plausible now that I'm looking at that. Okay, so what if I need to go after the upper left table? If we suppose that's a thing, then I could imagine... Yeah, let's imagine that I'm going to pull this guy all the way down here. Give myself plenty of space to move this table. So if I moved this, and then probably want to move this, and put you all the way there, I'm thinking, so that I'll be able to get to the exit more easily eventually. And then, do I want to bop the left table up, or do I just want to pull it out? I'm not sure. Suppose I pulled it out. That does not look super great to me. Oops. Does anything look super great to me? Not really. If I wanted to get south of the table, the goblin's gonna have to be somewhere else. Was there a chance to pull the goblin to the north? Probably a long time ago. Yeah. So here was an opportunity to pull the goblin to the north, and so I think I should take it. So suppose I pull this guy over here. Could I just go ahead and kill him? That actually seems pretty decent. Suppose I go ahead and kill you. And then... I feel like I do want to drag this up and bop it like this. And then drag you out. And then something dark side? You're still not the greatest position. I guess I could bop you over here. And then drag you up here. But I no longer have an easy way to get to the left of you. Or you, for that matter. So that's not super great. Suppose if I pulled the table back down... Or is there something else I could do? Eventually, everybody needs to get into that row in order to get killed. Which means I have to be able to get to the left edge of that row. Which kind of suggests that maybe I don't want to pull the table down, and maybe I do want to pull it out. So suppose I did this instead. I feel like, was there a way to kill... Hold on. I dragged this guy down. What if I didn't drag this guy down? So don't make that move, is what I'm thinking. I can bop you. I can drag you once. Then just get this guy killed so he's out of the way forever. Great. Then I think I want to drag you again. Then I want to bop you into the corner. That's going to be your final resting spot, I believe. Then I think maybe I just want to take my opportunity to get this guy killed. And now I have all the time in the world to figure out how to do this guy. Well, not all the time in the world. I'm at 28 moves out of 55. Suppose I do pull this upward, even though I was planning on trying to move it to the right. Right now, up seems more viable. I think you're going to be kind of stuck. Not really. This is exactly what we had before. But now it's how do I get to the left of you? And right now, the only way I can see to do that involves a lot of a rigmarole. But I can at least get a score on the board. So I think I'll do it. All right, so that's a 67 out of 55. I could do better. I hope I can do better. Is there any advantage to bopping first? No, I think I want this guy pulled down first. Because it seems to me that it's advantageous to already be here with that guy downward. So I can go ahead and get this early kill, which does feel super valuable. Yeah, I definitely think I like that. I definitely think I like kind of this whole beginning sequence up until here, and then I'm less certain. Let's go ahead and imagine we do want to kill this guy. However, this time, oops, suppose we also pull this table out. Do I want to pull it out more than that? No, I think that's fine. Oh, now I can't get to the left of you because I can't bop against the table right here. Right. Getting into the row to the left of these monsters is always a challenge, and so that's a good reason for the table to be there. Okay. So in that case, oops. Doing what I did before. That still seems great. And yeah, it almost seems like I want to move this table out, pull this guy out, and then move it back to where it was. Which seems like it'd be possible, right? Suppose I pull it out this way. Then I can't get at the monster very easily. Or possibly at all. Okay, so this is once again what I was doing before, but suppose I do this. Pull the monster out. And now try to pull the table back. It's a lot of moves. I can go ahead and pull the monster up. It's not as many moves as I thought. 52, 53, 54, 55. That's a 56. We're just one move away. I wanted to go ahead and finish that one so that the game remembers our solution. So I could always go back and look at the replay in the future if I need to. Alright, so most of this felt good. I don't feel like, oops. I don't feel like I'd done anything quote-unquote wrong. I guess I don't need to pull that anymore. I can just start pushing on it now. That might have actually saved me a move, because I don't think I did that before. I'm uncertain. And I think I do need to kill this guy off before starting this whole bit. This part still feels efficient. I need to move you out. Then I need to move the table back down. This feels a little bit inefficient, but we're going to move you up. I go left, bop this down. This might have been better. 52, 53, 54, 59. No, that's exactly the same solution. Okay, was there a way to do this last bit differently? Not that I see at the moment. But yeah, the fact that I have to make those 3 steps, like, once I get to this portion. I was here. That seems fine. That seems necessary. Obviously that's necessary. Is there any way I can get the table back behind me or something? No. Yeah, and this guy is just always up here, which seems to be the correct spot for him, it feels like. Okay, so somewhere else along the way, there was a move to save. let's go back to here. So I just pulled the goblin up. Then, like, I note that I could pull the table up now, but then I would no longer be in the row to keep bopping the goblin. Do I need to finish all his bops now? I don't think there's any penalty in not doing that. And eventually he needs to be out of the way so I can bop the other guy in. Alright, this felt inefficient. Or it didn't feel inefficient, it just felt like it was a lot of moves. And so I wonder if there's a different route I could have taken. Would bopping you to the right help anything? Just in case it does, I'm going to bop you to the right. I think the answer is no. It's different, actually. Hold on, hold on. I could leave the table there now. Because, well, look at this. Oops. If I leave the table there, now I can drag you up. Oh, but now I can't get to the left of you. I was like, that's not good. If I could go down and then bop you to the right, well, it would be down, right, right, right. It would still be too many moves. Yeah, so that's still not going to quite do it. I do note that if I could have pulled the table over, then after bopping you to the right. So could I have left the table here and solved the puzzle without moving the table? Yeah, so what if, okay, here. What if I bop this guy to the right, pull the table down, but don't push the table down any more than that? Which means I bring you up here. Oh, once again, I can't get to the side of you, can I? Darn. I can't pull the table over. Alright, let's just do this again really quick. Well, I'm already over par now because I've made different moves. I was trying to see if there was some way that I could be able to grip the table and, as I'm moving to the right, pull it to the left so the table would be in the right spot so that I could just bop against it and already be in the correct column. But that doesn't seem to be happening. So maybe part of the solution even way before this was wrong or suboptimal. Like, everything up until here felt really good. Is there a way I can delay killing you or use you as an extra fence obstacle for helping me solve the rest of this bit of the puzzle? Where would an extra fence or obstacle be useful, actually? After doing this, I mean, this is my chance to get you to the north. You're going to have to go to the north. And then it's also, like, the perfect opportunity. Like, I have to make 1, 2, 3, 4 more moves to the right in order to kill you. So it feels kind of good to do that. I suppose it's possible. Okay, I have a vague sense of another idea, which is, what if the top table doesn't move all the way to the right and ends up moving back to the left by the end of the puzzle? Something along those lines. So I move it over here, far enough to kill you. And then I move it over here. Oops. Far enough to be able to get to the top of this guy. but then start moving this table back to the left. But that involves... Okay. There's something that might work there. Should I go ahead and kill this guy? Let's go ahead and kill this guy now, but there might be a different way to order this, where things would go differently. And... Oh, when am I pulling the table? Am I pulling the table to the right? Kind of felt like I was. Well... I thought I was going to pull the table to the right, but let's just investigate pulling it up really quick. So if I do this... I struggle to get to the south of you. And I can't drag you up to the north of you. What if I'd only put you there? Then I could drag you up to the north of you. Okay, that's actually good-ish. The problem is I'm kind of trapped in here because I never pushed the table over. But if I had been able to walk up there, I could drag him to the north and then I'd be trapped. Yeah, that's no good. Okay, what if I start moving this table back to the south? And then if I could have gotten there, it's still nothing as good as happening. All right. Okay, so what if I drag the table to the left instead? So I just killed the green guy. And so what if I now pull this to the left? I would need it at least twice in order to try to drag you out. Then I have no handle on which to grab you to drag you out, so that's not going to work. The other possibility is I drag it once to the left, and then also drag it up twice, and I can't really do that. Yeah, it's also not going to work. Okay, so none of those ideas work. Do I have any other ideas on this puzzle? Was there any way to save a move or two with everything else I did? I'm always grabbing the glove first. If I grab this first and bop you first, does it change anything? So in this order, I got a kill on you on move 12, the way I was originally doing it. I got a kill on move 11, so that's more efficient. Now, I think I do want to move the table all the way into the corner, because that seems better. This does seem like the best time to do this. I have the opportunity to move this table up one right now. But there's not a whole lot else that I could do, unless I hadn't moved the table all the way into the corner yet. Hold on, hold on. Suppose I walk over here, pull this up. Oops. Bop you to the right, pull this table up one, bop you to the right again. We'll go after Green Goblin in a little bit. For now, I want to get this guy out. I don't have a way to get where I need to be relative to the Green Goblin, I think. Yeah, this can never possibly work now, right? Yeah. I mean, I could drag the green guy, but that seems like a real waste of moves. And also, it's not helping me get to the other side. Okay, so I tried an idea there. It didn't seem to work. So I still like bopping that all the way over. I still like this. I still don't see a more efficient way to do this other than... No, I mean, I have to make these two moves at some point. And I'm going to be moving back to the left afterwards. Regardless. Well... Yeah. So there's got to be a faster way to do this whole something or other. Could I pull the table to the right from here? No, because I need to pull the blue guy out. And in order to pull the blue guy out, I need to use the table as leverage so I can stop just to the right of him. That's the reason the table has to go all the way up to the top there. Unless I was somehow using another monster for leverage. Yeah, which I couldn't do if I'd pulled the table to the right, because then the table would be in the way of the monster. So yeah, it feels like this has to be the way to get the blue guy out. And then the question just becomes, once he's this far out, then what? And somehow I need to get to the south of him. Or drag him from the north. There's an example of dragging him from the north. But then I can't get... No, I can get to the left of him. This is exactly what I did before. It's probably exactly what I did before. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I did before. Oh no! Somehow it's better. And that's par. I'm not sure what I did differently, but I'm okay with it. We got Secret Room 14 done. Okay. I have done 138 puzzles. I think there's 150 in total. So we're getting really near the end. And at this point, not only have I done 138 puzzles, but I have left no puzzles unoptimized. Everything behind me is in good shape. So that's good. A few episodes ago, I'd kind of fallen into debt where I had a lot of leftover puzzles. And now we're back on just kind of like everything moving forward will be completely fresh. So that's great. I hope, as always, that you guys are having a great day as well. And I will see you again soon for more Dungeon and Puzzles. Getting close to the end game. For now, bye-bye.